We are in A Course in Miracles. This is the combined volume by the Foundation for Inner Peace. Today we are in Chapter 30, The New Beginning, and this is Section 5, The Only Purpose. The real world is the state of mind in which the only purpose of the world is seen to be forgiveness. Fear is not its goal, for the escape from guilt becomes its aim. The value of forgiveness is perceived and takes the place of idols, which are sought no longer, for their gifts are not held dear. No rules are idly set, and no demands are made of anyone or anything to twist and fit into the dream of fear. Instead, there is a wish to understand all things created as they really are, and it is recognized that all things must be first forgiven and then understood. Here, it is thought that understanding is acquired by attack. There, it is clear that by attack is understanding lost. The folly of pursuing guilt as goal is fully recognized, and idols are not wanted there, for guilt is understood as the sole cause of pain in any form. No one is tempted by its vain appeal, for suffering and death have been perceived as things not wanted and not striven for. The possibility of freedom has been grasped and welcomed, and the means by which it can be gained can now be understood. The world becomes a place of hope because its only purpose is to be a place where hope of happiness can be fulfilled, and no one stands outside this hope because the world has been united in belief the purpose of the world is one which all must share, if hope be more than just a dream. I'm going to repeat that. And no one stands outside this hope because the world has been united in belief the purpose of the world is one which all must share, if hope be more than just a dream. Not yet is heaven quite remembered, for the purpose of forgiveness still remains. Yet everyone is certain he will go beyond forgiveness, and he but remains until it is made perfect in himself. He has no wish for anything but this, and fear has dropped away because he is united in his purpose with himself. There is a hope of happiness in him so sure and constant, he can barely stay and wait a little longer with his feet still touching earth. Yet is he glad to wait until every hand is joined and every heart made ready to arise and go with him. For thus is he made ready for the step in which is all forgiveness left behind. The final step is God's, because it is but God who would create a perfect Son and share his fatherhood with him. No one outside of heaven knows how this can be, for understanding this is heaven itself. Even the real world has a purpose still beneath creation and eternity. But fear is gone because its purpose is forgiveness, not idolatry. And so is heaven's Son prepared to be himself and to remember that the Son of God knows everything his Father understands and understands it perfectly with him. The real world still falls short of this, for this is God's own purpose, only his, and yet completely shared and perfectly fulfilled. The real world is a state in which the mind has learned how easily do idols go when they are still perceived but wanted not. How willingly the mind can let them go when it has understood that idols are nothing and nowhere and are purposeless. For only then can guilt and sin be seen without a purpose and as meaningless. Thus is the real world's purpose gently brought into awareness to replace the goal of sin and guilt, and all that stood between your image of yourself and what you are. Forgiveness washes joyfully away. Yet God need not create his Son again, that what is his be given back to him. The gap between your brother and yourself was never there, and what the Son of God knew in creation, he must know again. We're going to go ahead and stop there today, and we will pick up tomorrow on paragraph 7. Thank you so much for joining with me. We are in section 5, the only purpose of chapter 30, the new beginning. I love you. Have a beautiful day.